out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now what she just said just blew my mind.
What? What? Wait, what? Flat earthers believe that the earth is flat, which would be what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that there's a dome around it that contains everything. So it's still round, but the earth part isn't round. They found a way to do both. Yeah. So there's a dome around it, and that's why the water doesn't spill off into space and we don't all fall off and die, because there's a dome around it that contains it. This is the earth.
Okay.
Okay?
That's the Earth. Yeah.
Now this is you. It's a little Jim bobblehead from The Office.
Yep.
That's you.
That's me.
Just walking around on the earth. Okay, walking around the earth. Now, remember, outer space is the ocean, so that dome going around is where all the water's at. All right, see, so if you were to walk off the edge of the earth, you'd fall into the water.
Okay.
But if you swam to the bottom of the ocean,
Okay.
see how you're going off the earth?
Yeah.
You'd go off into space and eventually reach Mars.
That.
There we go. All right, let's have a look at this TikTok. The reason they can't map the ocean.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I can't believe
I don't know how.
fucking Nicki Minaj went on Kai Cenat's stream. That shit's crazy.
How do I? I'll adjust the volume down a little bit. Okay, let's try that right there.
Freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Hold on real quick. I do not trust them. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean because outer space is the ocean.
Now what she just said just blew my mind.
What? What? Wait, what? Outer space
God.
is the ocean.
That's some shit you come
You
up
get
with
to
when
Mars?
you're like tripping on some psychedelics.
Hold on. I'm trying to logic my way around this. Okay. Let's say for a moment. I think I got it.
Yep.
I think I got it.
Yep.
I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You have to put yourself into that crazy headspace here. Okay, so this, see this right here?
Okay. Yeah.
This is Earth.
Why is it flat?
Because they're definitely flat earthers.
Okay. Makes sense.
See the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's not a globe.
No, it's not.
That's flat. So, flat earthers believe that the Earth is flat, which would be what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that there's a dome around it
Oh.
that contains everything. So it's still round, but the Earth part isn't round. They found a way to do both. Yeah. So there's a dome around it, and that's why the water doesn't spill off into space and we don't all fall off and die, because there's a dome around it that contains all the
What
air
is
and
it?
stuff.
The Terry Pratchett series of books where the planet is on the back of a.
All right.
turtle.
So stay with me now.
Well,
All right. So
well,
this
Why don't we just go with that?
this is the Earth.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the Earth. Yeah.
Now this is you. It's a little Jim bobblehead from The Office.
Yep.
That's you.
That's me.
Just walking around on the earth. Okay, walking around the earth. Now, remember, outer space is the ocean, so that dome going around is where all the water's at. All right, see, so if you were to walk off the edge of the earth, you'd fall into the water.
Okay.
But if you swam to the bottom of the ocean,
Okay.
see how you're going off the earth?
Yeah.
You'd go off into space and eventually reach Mars.
That's what you.
That's
think
what I
is
think.
going on with this.
That's what I think she thinks is happening. I'm trying to wrap my head around the crazy. That's what I think she thinks is happening.
Jesus Christ, ignorance is strong.
Okay, so let's just listen to her. Said so right there. Just listen to her.
All right.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, here we go.
My mind. Now there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections.
Dome. Told you, they're flat earthers.
No.
The dome.
firmament.
See? Look.
Isn't that from medieval
Look.
times?
Look. See right there?
Yeah.
That's the flat earth. The dome is filled with water. That's the ocean. That's what they believe. See, I told you. She even said it. She even said dome.
But firmament.
I have wrapped. I know it's nonsense.
It's from medieval
Yes, it was back when we didn't know any better.
times.
Okay.
You know, back when we thought the body was controlled by the humors.
Oh, got the vapors.
Oh,
Oh, the vapors. The vapors.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
I told you.
Yeah, you
I speak
called it.
crazy. You've met my mother.
Yes, I have.
I speak crazy. All right. Let's keep going.
You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the
More than 80% of the ocean has never been mapped, explored, or even seen by humans. A far greater percentage of the surface of the moon and the planet Mars has been mapped and studied than our. I don't know if I believe that.
I mean,
It's a Google search.
yeah.
Let's Google
I
she Googled.
You know, I know we can only go but so deep
Hold on.
because
Let's
of the
Google
pressure.
what she Googled. How much of the ocean has been discovered?
I don't know if that's where that ends, but that's what we see.
All right. How much of the ocean has been discovered? Let's see. Well, this is giving me even different stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
This is from
This is from NOAA, so yeah,
NOAA
they should
government
know what they're
website.
talking about.
We have only explored 5% of our world's ocean. That means that 95% of our ocean is unknown. Help protect our ocean by sharing what you've learned. I've learned nothing right now.
One of my best friends
All right.
from childhood is a marine biologist.
Why is only 95% of the ocean unexplored? Conditions in deep sea environments include very high pressure, total darkness, extreme temperatures, and toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you can't reach
we
the
can't-
bottom of the
yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, that's why, yes, there are animals down there that we don't see very often. And some that we're not even all that sure about.
Yeah, so is it true that 20% of the ocean? Okay, so
Yeah, like,
yeah, and that's where she got it. The 20%'s been
Yeah,
explored. That's a
yeah.
old number because these are all like from years ago. These posts. So
it's
clarify.
even less than that, to be honest. But for some reason.
So how much of the ocean have we actually explored? It depends on how you define the term explore. So exploring, and that's the difference.
Okay.
Exploring and like knowing, like mapping it. So we've
Okay.
mapped. So what
'Cause,
she's
yeah,
got up
she's
there
saying
is
mapped.
yeah. What she's got up there is wrong. Apparently we've mapped a good deal of it,
Yeah,
but we haven't explored it because we can't get down there.
we can't get, yeah.
So you can use sonar to like map it,
map
kind
it,
of.
yeah.
Yeah. I think like only the like really deep parts because I'm seeing like 70% explored or 70% mapped. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's saying we mapped it, but we haven't
So-
explored it, which makes sense.
So, yeah, she's got her information wrong.
Yeah. I mean that's just the first. I can't see the article behind her, but it's just that's the first
yeah.
result on a Google search. Like it's not even
Yeah.
she didn't even click
She-
on the actual.
She didn't
article.
read any of it or anything.
I don't recognize that icon behind her. The white.
That
the-
is the
yellow icon?
National Geographic. Is
Maybe?
that the National Geographic?
No, it's not quite
Square?
the same. No, it's not quite
No?
the same. It's probably one of those websites that tries to pretend to be National Graphic or something. Yeah.
Ocean Something. I
Yeah,
think.
and whatever that's from is from 2019.
Yeah.
The stuff I saw about
Yeah. that
mapping
was-
and exploring was from 2022, so
Yeah,
that's,
so
newer.
that's newer.
Yeah, so. All right, but anyway, we'll
Yeah.
keep listening to the crazy.
To the
here.
crazy.
sea. Early civilizations believed that the ocean and the stars above were linked. I mean, just look. Mayan, Norse, Hindu, Hebrew, all of them. Now, we already know what spacesuits look like, but they look exactly like sea suits. I know once in your life you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. Planes and people going missing in the ocean. There are black holes in the ocean. And I just know once in your life you've heard about sea monsters.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
so much.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Okay. The Bermuda Triangle
like,
It's not so much a phenomenon.
no, it's not.
I think it has. Oh God, now I gotta
It's
fucking
it
Google
has
the
something to
Bermuda
do with weather patterns and
No,
shit, right?
it has to do with
I
the
can't
fuck,
remember.
polarity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Earth's like magnetic polarity. That's like the point where it would meet.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stood in the Bermuda Triangle, if I remember right, I'm going to Google it here in a second. But if I remember
Yeah,
right, the Bermuda Triangle was that place that, like, if you stood in the Bermuda Triangle with a compass, the compass would just
The
keep
compass
spinning.
will spin. Okay.
And it can't
Yeah.
point north there because all of the
Oh yeah.
the magnetic fields from both poles kind of meet
meet.
in a
Yeah.
weird way there.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it
Gotcha.
would confuse, and that's why it was the way it was, because it would confuse compasses
Yeah.
and it would mess with
It
navigation,
would, yeah.
and that's why.
So that's why people kept getting lost.
We can travel through
It's
it
not-
now.
Yeah.
With modern day technology, we've learned how to get around that. We have GPSs. We have things from outer space, from
Yeah.
outside the Earth, where you can just track stuff.
It's not
But
really
back
a
in the
phenomenon.
day,
Yeah.
with propeller planes and boats and shit, where they were using compasses, they'd hit the Bermuda Triangle, and basically, the boats wouldn't go missing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I remember right, the boats wouldn't go missing, but it wouldn't just like spin really fast. It would always point to the center of the triangle. So if they were so if you were a boat trying to go north, you would travel through this triangle. And then when you hit the middle of the triangle and past it, north would then be
Would
behind you.
turn around,
So
yeah.
you'd turn around and then you'd go back.
Yeah.
And you'd travel a few days and then it would shift again.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and go back. So it's not that the boats were getting lost. They were driving around in circles basically
Yeah.
because north wasn't pointing them out of the triangle.
Yeah.
And they would stay there long enough to like run into some inclement weather because weather is
Yeah.
also bad there
Yeah.
because of this phenomenon with the magnetic with the magnetic poles. Yeah, and it would mess with their ability to navigate, and once they got in, they couldn't figure out how to get out. Basically, it was like a maze. And they would get in and they wouldn't figure out how to get out, and they'd stay there long enough that the boats would just disappear because they would sink. The boats
Yeah.
would sink. They would eventually like either
into
run out of fuel.
something, Yeah.
They'd run out of fuel. They'd run into weather. They'd run out of
They'd
food.
run out
The
of
crew would die. Yeah,
provisions,
eventually
yeah.
the boats would just sink and the crews would die.
Yeah.
And because we were young and dumb,
Because Victorian time.
yeah, we of course added the supernatural part ourselves as we usually do. Bermuda Triangle explained. Okay. All right. Bermuda Triangle is a triangular-shaped region in the western North Atlantic Ocean where ships and planes have mysteriously disappeared. The triangle's 3 points are Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the Florida coast near Miami. The exact boundaries are not universally agreed, but it's roughly 500,000 to 1.5 million square miles, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know where it's at, but, like, what's...
Facts about the Bermuda Triangle?
The Wikipedia article
Devil's
says
Triangle.
the Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is an urban legend focused on a loosely defined region in the western part of the Atlantic Ocean. I thought that they like investigated it, and,
Yeah,
and people have
yeah.
gone out there and like, yeah. So that's where it is. How they tried to define it and define why stuff would go missing there. I think it had something to do with navigation. It may not have to do with the magnetic
Yeah,
poles
I remember it being about
meeting,
the navigation.
but yeah, navigation would get
systems
fucked
would
up
mess
there
up,
for some
yeah.
reason. The Devil's Triangle is an urban legend focused on a loosely defined region of the western part of the Atlantic Ocean where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The idea of the area as uniquely prone to disappearances arose in the mid-20th century, but most reputable sources dismiss the idea that there is any mystery, as people frequently travel through there right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The earliest suggestion of it, blah, blah, blah. The Fate magazine published Sea Mysteries at Our Back Door. So it's mostly an urban legend, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to find, like, Flight 19 was covered in April 1962 issue of American Legion magazine, where that plane went missing there.
Yeah. Okay.
The 1948 edition. Disappearance of Star Tiger, passenger airplane. disappearance of a fishing skiff with 3 men, including a jockey, 1948. So it's all from really long ago, and I think it had something to do with the technology they were using then. Yeah, like I remember something was messing with the navigation.
Yeah,
there.
I remember that
Triangle
too.
area, let's go, a watery triangle boundary roughly by Florida.
Oh, go down. Argued that many claims.
Criticisms of the concept. The Bermuda Triangle mystery solved. Argued that many claims and subsequent writers were exaggerated, dubious, and unverifiable. Oh, so they're just saying a lot of those ships just actually didn't disappear at all. They were just exaggerated. Research revealed a number of inaccuracies and inconsistencies between the accounts and statements from eyewitnesses, participants, and others involved in the initial incidents. They noted cases where pertinent information went unreported, such as the disappearance of round-the-world yachtsman Donald Crowhurst, which they had presented as a mystery despite clear evidence to the contrary. Another example was it looks like it. I don't even think it had anything to do with the navigation. I think it was just people getting confused or just making shit up. The area is frequented by tropical cyclones. Yeah, so it's mostly
I thought
a
it
weather
was
thing.
a weather thing.
And the weather may have messed with the navigation systems too. Because once the technology became clear that we could track these ships, suddenly stuff stopped disappearing. Yeah, you haven't heard of anything disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle since like the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once we got to the point where we no longer like have to rely on stars and compasses, where we have more reliable ways to, track planes and boats. Yeah.
Writers would often fail to mention such storms or even represent the disappearance as having happened in calm conditions when meteorological records clearly contradict this.
Yeah, once meteorology became a thing and we were able to track weather, then we were able to point that, they probably either the boat got turned around in a cyclone and they couldn't see the stars. The cyclone was messing with their navigation, and they just basically ended up going in circles, or just completely destroyed by the cyclone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically, it's a nothing burger, but sure, tell us about this.
Yeah.
When you see a comet, it looks like a boat soaring through water. What if these unexplained species in the ocean are actually aliens? If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth. Or could it have just been a creature from space? Now, you can say what you want, but I bet you we are not the only beings, only species, only creatures that are in this universe. It's just ironic that when they return to Earth, they're on water. I mean, I know I'm not tripping. And I know y'all heard of mermaids. So many unexplained things in the ocean. They're making more discoveries in space. Not really putting too much money or caring about what's going on the planet. Why? Because this sea stuff might have a lot of connections to space. And they not telling us. Y'all be safe, and I know I'm not the only person who feel this way.
No, you are.
No, she's not, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
The ignorance is real. Jesus
oh my God.
Christ.
We're banning TikTok, right?
Yeah,
like that's happening?
Yeah, like in this house, our kids aren't allowed TikTok.
No. TikTok's not on any of our devices.
It's only on mine, so I can find this crazy shit.
I got it bookmarked on my computer so I can advertise my YouTube videos, but I don't actually go on there. I just hit the upload button and walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
Walk the fuck away.
There you go. Yeah. Our kids are not allowed to use TikTok at all. Like,
how you feeling, Waffle?
oh,
How you feeling, man?
I think
Feeling.
Waffle.
Your brain rotten yet?
It's been rotten.
This bitch got 66,000 likes on that video.
God, how? And one guy, I couldn't help it. I had to comment because one guy was like, shit, that was deep. I was like, no, it's not deep. It's as deep as a damp paper towel, you idiot.
She's referencing movies and mermaids as if they're scientific facts. She's like, explain mermaids. Y'all see Aquaman?
you see The Little Mermaid? Like, why are you using movies as your proof?
Okay, explain. Did you see that movie Underwater where they ran into that Lovecraftian tentacle monster? Explain hentai, y'all. Explain it. The fuck?
It's hentai and it's art.
God damn it.
Like, Wolf Waffle, anytime you might doubt yourself, maybe get on TikTok and see the craziness
So
that's around
the description of the video, before you even click on it, like as a general rule of thumb, I immediately dismiss and don't take you seriously if you can't use proper grammar
Yeah.
or English words properly.
Yep.
Even if you suck at spelling.
Yep.
Okay, we live in an age where even if you suck at spelling,
Google.
punctuation,
Yeah.
whatever, you can
Autocorrect.
just hit the spell check button and it'll correct this shit for you. We live in an age where the dumbest motherfuckers can type some nonsense and then you hit the spell check button, the little check, and let it autocorrect. And it'll at least make you sound coherent. But when her first sentence is, pay attention, people, it doesn't get more simple.
Doesn't get no more simple.
My kids even know that's not, like, that doesn't sound correct.
God. From when they soar out? What? To when they soar
Oh
in.
my God.
What? What is she trying to say?
She is trying to say soar.
Soar like a bird soars?
But she spelled it soar
Like my leg is sore.
like a cold sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why it looks so strange.
Oh, God. Gee.